From the campus that houses the sun of the Western world's largest scale model of the solar system, we welcome you to the center of the North Atlantic Conference universe tonight as Maine Maritime Academy makes the trek up from the coast as the matchups keep getting bigger and bigger this year. You're watching UMPI basketball on YouTube and WHOU.live. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wieden Gymnasium for tonight's big-time NAC matchup between the Mariners and the Owls. I'm Ricky Goupel, bringing you tonight's play-by-play. Dave Gustin on our camera as we welcome you to the biggest game of the year so far for UMPI, as the UMPI men's team looks to make it a sixth straight win, coming off a sweep last weekend of Leslie and Thomas. The Owls now sit at 7-10 overall after falling to rock bottom with a 2-10 start through the first 12 games in their second semester opener. They've been a different team since. Every night it seems to be a different hero. Aki McMichael, the Owls' leading scorer, stepped up with 23 points in the win over Thomas last night. The night before, it was James Yamashita turning in 20 for his second straight career-high performance. The Owls shot the lights out in that one over Leslie. Against Thomas, it was a very well-balanced attack with their defense holding Thomas scoreless for nearly 10 minutes of the game time. The Owls are rounding into form as one of the top teams in the NAC again. As we mentioned, the 5-game winning streak now is among the 4 highest win streaks in Coach Kane's tenure. You see the 8-game win streak of last year, a couple of 7-game streaks in there in 22 and 23. Both of those came in that second semester as the Owls turned the season around in those years as well. The 8-game winning streak last year was actually snapped by MMA right here on this floor, but more on that to come later. The caveat to the Owls' winning streak so far is they haven't really been tested throughout this streak as far as opponents go. Their wins have come against the bottom 5 teams in the conference, a strength of victory of just 275. No wins against the top 4 teams, though they were close with a 2-point loss to Cobleskill, and of course a 3-point loss to MMA in overtime down in Castine last semester. The Owls have a perfect opportunity to end that narrative here today and try to extend their winning streak. Maybe there's some rumors that their winning streak's a little tarnished due to the easy part of their schedule, but they can put all that to bed here with a win tonight. As for the MMA Mariners, they are coached by their second-year head coach, Cedric Gillette, who reloaded his squad very nicely after losing Kurt Hines, one of the best players in the conference over the last few years. This wasn't all they lost, though. Marcus Ramirez, Carter Rubin both moved on, but it hasn't hurt them too much. Coach Gillette has the Mariners at 7-11 overall, but all 7 of their wins come where it counts, in conference games. MMA is 7-4 in the NAC and holds sole possession of third place as they are sitting pretty to get a home playoff game sitting as the 3 seed right now. They're led in scoring by Jack Banks, who's averaging 22 points a game. He'd be one of the top scorers in the NAC if he qualified for stats, but he's missed 4 games, so he doesn't quite qualify yet. Banks also leads the team in rebounds at 7.8 per game. Banks was the guy who hit that game-tying shot in MMA's upset win over UMPI right here last year, and he's proven to have that clutch factor now in his junior season. Mariners are coming off a nice 16-point win over SUNY Delhi a day after Delhi took down the best team in the conference, UMF. Mariners are 3-2 this semester, look to make it 4-2 here today as they'll try to end UMPI's momentum on the road. This will be just MMA's 6th road game of the year so far. Hard to believe in their 17th game that they are 2-3 on the road so far this season. They'll have another tough away game tomorrow at Husson. As for the matchup history, with these two teams, well, they've had some pretty entertaining battles recently. Since 23-24, it's been a series split every time, and every game has been decided by 10 points or less. They've traded off the last 5 with MMA winning 3 and UMPI winning 2, but some all-time classics in there. The last 3 in particular have been must-see TV. The 83-80 MMA win earlier this year after UMPI came back in the second half to force overtime, and the Owls come back down in Castine late last year with an Aki McMichael jumper as time expired pretty much, and then of course the game already mentioned, MMA took it 78-70 in overtime last year right here after they erased a 4-point deficit in the final minute. For more on that, we'll flash back to that game the last time MMA came up here to Presque Isle. Gene Mendez drives out to Williams for the shot clock. McMichael, a dribble, puts up the shot, no good, and pulled down by MMA. Banks will try one though, no good. Going up for the board, the putback is in by Carter Rubin. Timeout called by Jones misses at Banks with 10 seconds. Gene Mendez on him. Banks trying to work his way to the rim. Shot put up, and it goes with 4.7. Trying to improve to 11-5 here. Wayne Williams will have it. He can run baseline. Get it into McMichael, he switches directions at midcourt, takes a look at the clock. The shot goes for the win, just off the mark. Great ISO ball in this one, has to dish it away. Hines looking for three, and he buries it. Kurt Hines with a gym silencer. Michael steps into a three off the mark. That will do it. The Mariners come all the way back and win it on the road here. So that's going to conclude our pregame show with all the history and background info I could possibly give you. Only one thing left to do here today, and that's play basketball. We'll have just that for you when we return on UMPI Athletics at WHOU.live.
Expect to be challenged.
Expect personalized education.
Expect innovation.
Expect to find yourself.
UMPI has helped me in so many ways, helped me find my passion.
We have small classes and you really get to know your professors.
Teachers are always offering, after school support or scheduling Zoom meetings.
Your teachers and instructors will go the extra mile for you as long as you're willing to put in the work.
All my professors helped me to step out of my comfort zone and push myself to my limits.
Expect a supportive community.
Expect family.
Expect compassion.
Expect to feel at home.
UMPI has definitely made me more prepared for my career. I was able to get the real world experiences my first semester.
Attending UMPI has definitely opened these doors for me. It's helped me, stand out amongst the crowd and working as a reserve officer.
I chose UMPI because of the Medical Laboratory Technology Program. It's one of the few programs in the state that you can go and get hands-on training in an actual lab on site.
So being a student athlete is pretty easy here at UMPI.
At UMPI, I could focus on my baseball and my academics, and that's great.
I actually came to UMPI because of the basketball team. We made playoffs my first year, then the second year we made the Final Four. Second year in a row we made the Final Four, and hopefully we can win it all next year.
The big thing at UMPI is we have amazing activities.
There's a lot of stuff you can be outdoors. The school also puts on activities basically every day, so there's always something that you can do around here.
I chose UMPI because it was local, very affordable for me.
Affordability definitely played a major role in my decision to come to UMPI.
UMPI was the most affordable option.
Expect affordability.
UMPI has helped me immensely.
It's helped me realize how much a leader I am.
I think definitely UMPI has opened some new doors.
I'm doing so many more things that I didn't think I could do.
Your growth, the opportunities, the friendships, the teachers, the faculty, everything just comes full circle.
I am very happy that I came here.
The NCAA and North Atlantic Conference promote good sportsmanship by the student athletes, coaches, and spectators at today's contest. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, and sexist comments or other intimidating actions directed at officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from Wieden Gymnasium. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wieden Gymnasium, home of the University of Maine at Presque Isle Owls. This evening's game features the Mariners of Maine Maritime and your own UMPI Owls. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America and those who defend our freedom with the playing of our national anthem. And now for the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Mariners, a 6'3" guard from McKinney, Texas, number 4, Drew Hamilton. A 6'4" forward from Gulf Breeze, Florida, number 10, Jack Banks. A 6'3" guard from Bradenton, Florida, number 12, Marcus Shade. A 6'7" forward from Tallahassee, Florida, number 13, Aaron Pensell. And a 6'10" center from Auburn, Alabama, number 24, Wade Hill. The Mariners are coached by Cedric Gillette and assisted by E.J. Perry. And now, for your University of Maine at Presque Isle Owls, a 6'5" forward from West Palm Beach, Florida, number 1, Doug McCalla. A 6-foot guard from St. Petersburg, Florida, number 2, Aki McMichael. A 6'1" guard from Tokyo, Japan, number 3, James Yamashita. A 5'10" guard from Powers Lake, North Dakota, number 7, Tyson Engett. And a 6'4" forward from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, number 12, Dwayne Williams. The Owls are coached by Dan Kane and assisted by Eli Smith. Our athletic trainer today is Mr. Brian Morrison, and our officials are Dan Boomauer, Mike Rutherford, and Chris Whitney. Well, we are ready for some basketball here once and for all here between MMA and UMPI. Should be a good one here, folks. We're happy to have you on tonight's doubleheader between MMA and UMPI. I'm Ricky Goupel, set to bring you the play-by-play. And we're underway. Mariners will have it first as the 6'10" Wade Hill did the jump ball with Doug McCalla. And here's Jack Banks for MMA. Top, they'll work it around. Now Pensell drives to the right side, kicks, and it's Banks. With Dwayne Williams on him, making his return for UMPI. Now we'll go to the right side, Banks, backing down Williams. Tough fadeaway jumper, no. And a rebound by Dwayne. Now McMichael. UMPI will set up in their first possession. And there's a 3. Doug McCalla gets things going for the Owls. Actually, it's a long 2, my mistake. Up top, MMA to answer, it's too strong, Yamashita there. McCalla, no, on the J, so teams trading a couple of misses, and it's 2-0 UMPI early. Banks up ahead. Now here's Pensell, kicks to Hill. He'll hand off to Shade, and now Banks up top. Too strong on the 3, tipped out, UMPI cleaning up the defensive glass early on, and it's another one and done for MMA. Aki McMichael, happy to have you for tonight's action right here on UMPI Athletics and WHOU. Williams to the left side. McMichael and get underneath. McCalla got free, misses on the jumper, wanted contact. He got it on the way down, actually. So it'll be just end line out for UMPI. Actually, no, it will be shots for McCalla. McCalla got the first. So 3-0 UMPI here. And McCalla got both, so a couple big free throws there for Doug in his now 6th game back here this first semester. Or sorry, 7th game back. He had missed the whole first semester. MMA has a player just like that. It is Wade Hill, who has started all 7 since getting back. McMichael, no look pass up ahead, Engett for 2. And the Owls get in transition. They lead 6-0. Coach Cedric Gillette yelling out the offense here. Now work it around up top, Pensell outside. And now it's Shade, he'll drive. Over in the corner. Now Now here's a three. Banks, no good. And a rebound there for UMPI. So MMA still looking for their first points. McMichael in the front court. Works it around Yamashita on the right side. Now they'll switch it. Williams, McMichael touches Engit back out. Here's Yamashita, 4-3. Short off the front iron. McCalla saves it though. Back to Yamashita. Inside, Engit in the paint. The facilitator of the offense kicks. McMichael has to find somebody. He does. Williams open for three. In and out. So a couple of missed chances on open looks for UMPI on that possession. And 6-0 it stays. Here's Shade. Hands off to Banks. Banks, a hezzy move. Kicks out in the corner. Shade for three. Too strong. And still nothing doing for MMA. 3 minutes and 10 seconds into this one. McMichael. Now to Dwayne Williams. Bounces it. Engets. Yamashita. Now McCalla shot was stuffed in there. It'll stay with MMA. Couple new players in. The first subs of the day. It's Gabe Hager and Noah Eckert. Ricky Gupel with you for tonight's broadcast. Dave Gustin on camera. Big games here at Wieden Gymnasium. Engit into McCalla. Kicks out McMichael. Now they got back to the inbounder Engit. McMichael again. Engit put it on the floor. Now kicks. McMichael. He'll drive. Looking for somebody open. 4 on the shot clock. McCalla underneath on the reverse. No, whistled on the end line. Back over to MMA. So UMPI got some missed opportunities here in the early part of this game where MMA hasn't scored anything. The Owls have scored 6. Could be easily up by double digits. Across midcourt, it's Jack Banks, the leading scorer for these Mariners. Started all 12 of the games he's played in. 12 of MMA's 18. Now the drive, Eckhart lost it. Yamashita pulls it away for UMPI. Now McMichael running the floor. He'll spin inside the paint, a reverse, and Aki McMichael lays it in. And it's 8-0. Owls trying to get loud here and keep this slow start for MMA going. Banks up top, still looking for their first points. He goes to the left side, trying a reverse of his own, and he does. So MMA finally ends the drought here with 15:37 to play in the first half. It's 8-2 Owls. Remember, it was an 83-80 victory for MMA last time in overtime. McMichael kicks Williams. Aki now bounces it to Engits. McCalla, you can see the offensive set the Owls have been running here. McCalla, tough shot off the side, no good, and a rebound there by Hager. Banks now gives it to Drew Hamilton. Hamilton with Engit on him. Back to Banks, little stutter, top shot, and he's able to kiss it off the glass and in. Nice shot by Jack Banks. That's the reason why he's averaging 22. He is a bucket. And he gets it all somewhat close to the rim for a guard. Yamashita. McMichael. Now will stop. Side of the paint, that one a kick ball on Eckhart. Out of bounds. For UMPI. Tariq Martin's in the game for Doug McCalla. And get to trigger. Lobs up top, Yamashita. Too high for him to pull up and shoot. Working around, Yamashita, the up fake. Now he'll try the mid-range J. Too strong. Back out and rebounded there by Shade of MMA. 8-4 Owls, 14:30 in the first. Banks on the right side, looking for a pick. He kicks out to Drew Hamilton. Hamilton stops on the side of the lane, trying to take on Yamashita. Fadeaway J, and he got the roll. You can hear it touch every part of the rim. Hope you're enjoying our new rim mics. It's the second game day we have implemented them. Trying to experiment and try to get better audio on our broadcasts here. McMichael open for three. He got it. Aki McMichael from the top makes it drop. And it's 11-6. Yale's first triple of the night. AJ Creech is going to check in. Drew Hamilton for MMA lost the handle. And I say it's a foul on Yamashita first. Here's that last three by McMichael. Good ball movement here. Work it around, had the open look, and they capitalize. So end line out for UMPI. Actually, MMA, pardon me. In the corner, Hamilton, a foul off the ball first. No shots. It's going to go on McMichael. And line out again for MMA. They get it in. Now to the rim, off the glass and in. Drew Hamilton is able to lay it in. McMichael up ahead. Creech, Aki will try to work it around, running the points. Back to Creech on the right side. McMichael off the isolation. Tries to step back, he drew some contact in the process. No shot. It'll be another end line out for UMPI. 20 on the shot clock. It will get a fresh reset as the Owls trying to preserve this advantage. It was an 8-0 start for UMPI. McMichael open again. This time it's side iron. A rebound by Eckhart. He bounces it up ahead. Hamilton now the other way. Oh, a block by Aki McMichael. Gabe Hager was trying to get to the rim. And McMichael swooped in there for the rejection. The Owls are the worst team in the conference in blocks. Just 31 on the season. Their opponent's 50, but McMichael doesn't care about that stat. Under 13 to go in the first half now. Banks trying to back down Williams. This is his game. Now kicks it outside and work it around. Hager and now Hamilton. Back to Banks. Here's Hager open for three. Back iron and a rebound by Tariq Martin. AJ Creech. Aki McMichael back to Creech. Now Aki bounces it and gets McMichael, side of the lane, kicks and gets inside Martin. Got behind, no good. And now a foul on that action, but he got behind Eckhart for the original look. Wasn't able to convert. Yuki Ishibashi will sub in here as Martin will go to the line. Tariq just a touch above 50% on the year. They hit the first. 12-8. Ishibashi's in the game. McMichael will sub out. And Martin is able to convert. Neither coach has burned a timeout yet. And it's a 5-point lead for the Owls. 2 for 2 that time by Martin, the 52% free throw shooter. Now nice backdoor cut by Hamilton and a foul on UMPI. A foul on Engett. It's the third on UMPI. But it was on the way up, so it'll be 2 free throws here for Drew Hamilton. The roll. Hamilton swishes the seconds. 13-10. Owls slightly in front here. Yuki Ishibashi in his first minutes. Up ahead to Creech. Now they're working around. Ishibashi and Creech. Bounces it Martin. The Owls, their offense has looked very consistent all day. The same thing they've been doing to this MMA zone. Just an old-fashioned, good old-fashioned 2-3 here for the Mariners. Williams, a 3-ball in and out. Going up for the board, Dancy was in there for MMA. Savvy veteran for the Mariners, a senior. Had a lot of minutes all 4 of his years. Inside backdoor cuts. Hager is able to lay it in, and it's a 1-point game. The Owls missed some opportunities here tonight so far. Inside, it's Martin. The Owls are able to end the drought. Take a look. Farmington and Husson, that's a big game tonight. They are underway. It's 12-6 Farmington. Just barely over 5 minutes into that one. That is the battle for first place there. Currently UMF has the tiebreaker, but they're both 10-1 in conference. Inside, UMPI gets a steal. Now here's Ishibashi. Williams. Ishibashi bounces it to Engitz. Outside Creech. Williams again. Engitz underneath. They got Martin open. There's the hole in the zone, but he misses on the lay-in. It's a rebound for MMA. Right at midcourt, it's Dancy and Ishibashi. He'll wait for some movements. He hands it off to Hamilton. Now back to Hager. They'll work it around. Dancy. Got bumped, but got it back. Here's Hamilton, fadeaway Jay. Got it to go, and it's back to a one-point thing. 15-14, halfway through this first half. Williams. Engitz. Back to Williams. Ishibashi traveled. Banks and Shade are coming back in. Over 10 minutes into this thing, neither coach has taken a timeout. It's been pretty even so far, although UMPI has preserved the lead the whole way, but MMA a chance to end that here. Bounce it to Josiah Dancy. Cross midcourt. Dancy got a quick burst of speed to the rim, lays it in. Nice take by Josiah Dancy, and MMA now leads for the first time tonight, 16-15. Inside, McCalla jumps off underneath, lost it off his foot, back over to MMA. Here's that last take by Josiah Dancy. You can see him all in the isolation. Quick move, get by Ishibashi. Well done. .27 in the first. MMA now with their first lead of the night at 16-15. Up top, it's Pencil. The head fake, now he'll drive. Top shot, and he got it to go. MMA getting to the rim very well here. And that has been their game. They haven't tried very much from the outside at all. And now they lead by 3. UMPI, we need to find some answers for this Mariners zone. I think a lower scoring game favors MMA. Now here's a steal. Up ahead, Shade to the rim. Got it to go, and it's a 5-point lead for the Mariners. 8:50 in the first. All MMA here as of late. An 8-0 run for them. McCalla in the paint, kicks it out. Here's Creech to try to end it. No good. And a rebound by the Mariners, a one and done for UMPI. This personnel is getting it done here. Dancy to the front court. Now bounces it to Banks over in the short corner with Martin on him. Tries to roll off him. Kicks out. Here's a 3, wide open. Got it. MMA is up by 8, and Coach Kane will take his first time out. Here with 8:18 in the first, it's 23-15. So far, so good, Dave. (23-15) MMA, an 11-0 run for the Mariners as Coach Kane burned his first time out here. And just about 8 minutes to go. UMPI needing a basket. Martin has to settle outside shot, got it. And that is just what the doctor ordered. Mariners have taken control here in the first half. They did that exact same thing down in Castine earlier this year. UMPI led early, and then MMA closed out the first half on a big run. Then they led almost all the way until UMPI came back to tie it. Banks misses the shot there. Forced overtime, but then MMA in overtime was able to close it out with an 83-80 victory. Creech kicks out McCalla open. Now he'll drive. Oh, nice crafty carving to the rim, but he can't finish. And now here's MMA going the other way. Hamilton stops, fadeaway J, got it. And they can't miss right now from that range. 15 feet and in, MMA has been stellar in this first half. Ishibashi bounces it to McCalla. Back to Yuki. McCalla again. He'll try a J. Good. So UMPI is answering the bell here. Last couple of times. 6-point lead for the Mariners. Close game at Husson, 16-14, as you will see. In trouble there, got to avoid a 5 count. He does barely, getting it to Shade. That was Pencil trapped by McCalla. Back to Pencil for 3, no. Ishibashi up ahead for UMPI, gonna try to go quick. Now Creech, and back to McCalla. 25-19, 6.5 in the first. Creech, McCalla up top, a 3, no good. And foul on the rebound against UMPI. It's on AJ Creech. Actually, I guess the foul was on MMA. I missed that one. So it's UMPI basketball. It was on Banks, they say. Just Jack Banks is first. Owls to inbounds. Creech pops it up top. McMichael. Pass just wide for Creech, but he's able to save it. They'll work it around to McCalla. UMPI into their secondary. Almost a steal there by Shade. But now here's McMichael. Bounce it to McCalla. 7 to shoot. He'll try it. No good. UMPI having to settle for outside shots, and that's exactly what the Mariners want. It's the only way to beat a zone is knock down those outside shots, and it hasn't happened yet for UMPI. Just the 1-3 so far by McMichael. Hamilton. Now Shade. And now Banks. Back it down Ishibashi, bit of a mismatch. Banks kicks it out. Wade Hill is back in, the 6'10 center. Pencil outside Shade, a 3, short. And UMPI gets a stop there. They use all of the shot clock just about. 5:35 in the first. Ishibashi, McMichael trying to go quick. Banks closed out. Ishibashi inside McCalla. He'll dish. Now Creech, good head fake. Bounce it back to Doug. And he'll reset with Yamashita. MMA closing out well. McCalla, the jumper, no. Still settling for the outside jumpers, and they are not hitting. MMA currently led by Hamilton with 10. Shade and Banks with 5 and 4 each. There's UMPI's leaders. 6-5 and 5, a balanced attack. Here's a 3 on the way, no. Hamilton tried, and it's out of bounds, but it'll stay with MMA. Last touch by Ishibashi. Banks. Williams. Try to back down Dwayne Williams. Banks, very patient, now kicks out. Here's Shade, a 3, and MMA preserving this lead. It's now up to 9, the biggest it's been. As the Mariners outplaying the Owls in this first half. UMPI started out hot, but they were unable to connect enough to grow that lead and make it really hurt. It was an 8-0 start. So then it's been 28-11 in favor of MMA. Yamashita, Williams, McMichael with 6. Now back to Dwayne Williams. McCalla in the middle. They trap him. McCalla, tough fadeaway jumper, no good, and a rebound by MMA. The Mariners' defense has been stifling here in this first half. As a travel, back over to MMA. Back over to Umpy, rather. Ishibashi will take it up. McMichael. Now McCalla. Offs back to Ishibashi. Yamashita, a three. Umpy needs it. No good. And that's right now the story of this half. Umpy needs to hit those outside shots, or MMA is content to just pack it in. Why not? They're not beating us from outside. Pack it in and make everything on the inside difficult. And that's exactly what they've done. Hill up top. Out of Marcus Shade, back to Wade Hill. And Hamilton. He lobs back to Hill, a give and go, got Williams in the air. That'll be a foul before the shot as Hill is hard to the ground there. Nine-point lead for MMA. The Mariners trying to add on here with 3:17 in the first. A slow-moving first half as far as pace of play, but that's exactly what MMA wants. Shade has to go back up to top to Banks, the safe man. Banks, the lob to Hill, got behind McCalla to the rim. That's too easy. And it's a double-digit advantage for the Mariners, 30-19. Yamashita to Ishibashi, almost a steal. Shade has done that a few times tonight. He's ready to jump that passing lane. They try to get it back up top to the points. Inside McCalla, like a broken record here. Tough shot that time. He got the roll. What a shot by Doug McCalla. And Umpy needed that one in the worst of ways, 30-21. Here's Banks. Back to Hill. Jack Banks. Lost the handle, but got it back. Now a little ball fake up against Williams. And he throws it away, out of bounds. So Umpy will get a stop. An odd one, but a stop nonetheless. McCalla and Ishibashi are off. McMichael and Enget are back in. Yamashita, now to Aki. Inside, Enget back to McMichael. Little up fake. Now he bounces inside. Moreno to the rim. He got it. Haven't seen Elish Moreno much tonight, but he's able to connect, I think, on his first touch. Different nights call for different personnel as Moreno is able to connect on that. And Umpy gets a good solid possession there to beat the zone, and it's a 30-23 MMA lead with 1:51 in the first. Banks. So back to Shade. Now Hill. Hamilton, a little crossover. Left elbow. Hamilton, fadeaway jumper, short. Umpy with a stop. Enget pulls it down. The Owls have a chance here to make it 6 straight points. They lob it to Aki McMichael. In the corner, it's Yamashita. Enget. Back out to McMichael. Williams tries to drive. Bounce pass. Oh, nice cut by Aki McMichael to the rim. Good movement by Umpy there. And they have cut it to 5, a 6-0 run, mini run for Umpy. And exactly what they wanted here to close out this first half. Owls will try to keep it going. 30-25. Hill. Now Marcus Shade. This first half hasn't taken long, although the pace has been slow. But it has not taken long, just 26 minutes past start time here. Now here's a 3. Hagar for deep range, no. Umpy with another stop. McMichael. Little crossover, nice hesitation to the rim, missed. Opportunity there by Aki McMichael. Showing what he can do with the basketball in his hands, but he couldn't finish. Would have brought it back to 3 instead. It's still a 5-point thing, and now Banks to the rim, a 4-point swing there with a miss from Umpy in the make by MMA. Back to 7. McMichael himself beat everybody back, but the block by Hill goes right to Moreno. His pass almost intercepted. Enget secures it. Helter-skelter here. Umpy tried to pick up the pace. 12 seconds, bounce pass underneath. Moreno missed the lay-in. And 2 missed opportunities here in the closing seconds. MMA now a chance. A 3 here from Hamilton, no good. Moreno pulls it down. McMichael's heave will be well short. And that does it for the first half of play. 32-25, MMA will lead as the Owls and Mariners doing battle here tonight. this first semester. Or, sorry, 7th game back. He had missed the whole first semester. MMA has a player just like that. It is Wade Hill, who has started all 7 since getting back. McMichael, no look pass up ahead, Engit for 2. And Cheetah pulls it away from now McMichael running the floor. He'll spin inside the paint, a reverse, and Aki McMichael lays it in. And it's 8-0. Hamilton with Engit on him. Back to Banks, little stutter, top shot, and he's able to kiss it off the glass and in. Nice shot by Jack, our new rim mic. Second game day we have implemented them. Trying to experiment and try to get better audio on our broadcasts here. McMichael open for 3. He got it. Aki McMichael from the top makes a drop. Time inside iron. Rebound by Eckhart. He bounced it up ahead. Hamilton now the other way. Oh, a block by Aki McMichael. Gabe Hager was trying to get to the rim. Nancy. Got bumped, but got it back. It's Hamilton fadeaway. Jay got it to go, and it's back to a 1-point thing. Mid-court. Dancy got a quick burst of speed to the rim, lays it in. Nice take by Josiah Dancy, and MMA now leads. The lob to Hill, got behind McCalla to the rim. That's too easy. And it's a double-digit advantage for the Mariners. 30 points inside McCalla. Like a broken record here. Top shot that time. He got the roll. What a shot by Doug McCalla. In the corner, it's Yamashita and gets back out to McMichael. Back here at Wieden Gymnasium, getting set for half number 2. Down in Bangor, the Eagles lead the Beavers 44-34 as Hassan a chance to, again, gain sole possession of first place with that game tonight if the score holds up there. We'll take a look here at the NAC playoff picture going into the latter half of this season. And there it is. You see Farmington Hassan right now. Farmington does have the tiebreaker over Hassan with the head-to-head win earlier this season. But that would all change tonight with a win. And then MMA third, 7-4. Cobleskill 6-5 along with UMPI, but Cobleskill has the tiebreaker there as they beat UMPI here in the second semester opener, 73-70 or 72-70, pardon me, I think it was. And Linden is holding on to that last playoff spot at 4-5, and then those are the teams in the hunt. Certainly a fun final stretch this season we're in for here in the North Atlantic Conference. Teams will break the huddle, and we are set for half number 2 here at UMPI. MMA won that first half. You probably saw some of the stats towards the end there of halftime. The Mariners out shooting UMPI 50% to 32%, and that's in large part because MMA got it all at the rim. So here we go, half number 2. The Mariners in front by 7. That 2-3 zone has caused UMPI fits. We'll see what the teams do for adjustments here in the second half. If MMA continues with the defense, I wouldn't see why not, holding UMPI to just 25 in that first half. Driving, Pencil lost the handle. He was fouled, they say. He didn't have a good grip on it. That one's going to go on Yamashita. No argument there for UMPI. And it'll be 2 shots for Aaron Pencil to start the second half. Pencil hit the first. He is a 74.5% free throw shooter. He's second in the conference in blocks. 25 total on the season. He's also 5th in the conference in rebounds, 6'7". But he's not even the tallest guy MMA has. Wade Hill stands at a towering 6'10". It's a 34-25 lead for MMA. UMPI needs to find some answers on offense. Here they will work it around. Williams got a hole. Now he'll pull up. The shot is good. And UMPI with a good start offensively on the jumper from Dwayne Williams. Hope you enjoy the highlights at halftime as well. Trying to debut all sorts of new, well, not debut now, but implement all sorts of new things into our streams, and appreciate you bearing through any glitches that we might have had. In the lane, it's Hamilton. Is back against Engett. Now he'll fade away. Tough shot, and he got it. Wow, what a stroke from Drew Hamilton. MMA just so good inside the paint. And in the flanks outside the paint, they have been electric tonight. Williams hands it off McCalla. Now kicks Yamashita up. He needs some big shots to fall if they want to get back into this. McCalla kicks out. Here's Yamashita. Open look. Got it. James Yamashita for 3. And UMPI with a big shot there. Back to 6. 36-30. Aaron Pencil. Inside dishes it to Jack Banks, who will hold with Dwayne Williams there. Banks, such a patient ball handler. Here he is in the paint, goes down. That'll be a foul on Williams. The end line out for MMA, the second team foul here on UMPI in this second half. Shade will have to lob all the way up top. Engett made it tough there as Hamilton fielded the pass at the center logo. Inside curling around, it's Shade with McMichael. Now the drive here, Pencil misses. Might have gotten away with a walk there anyway. Or was the gather. Where's the gather step, Army? Just to prove me I'm wrong. Here's Williams open for 3 now, dishes it inside to Doug instead. McCalla backing downhill, drew the foul. Hill claiming he was straight up and down, but he was not. He reached in up over the top of Doug McCalla, and it'll be 2 free throws for the UMPI junior. We'll see that foul here again. McCalla does hit the first, but you can see, open over the top. That's what they always do, right? They go straight up after they get the whistle. Every basketball player has done that before. McCalla hits both, and UMPI is 6 for 6 as a team tonight from the line, and they have cut it to 4. MMA did lead by 9 for a moment, and Jack Banks will take it across midcourt. Aaron Pensel with Yamashita scrapping for it. Little melee there, hand fighting near midcourt. Now it's Shade with McMichael on him. UMPI trying to apply a little more ball pressure here. Pensel kicks out. Shade deep, 3 ball, in and out. And a rebound by McCalla. Engels back to McCalla. Holds it in the corner for UMPI. Now swings it inside of Williams, kicks to Engett, back to McCalla. He'll drive through some traffic, stops. Oh, nice backdoor pass to McMichael. He kicks out for 3 in the corner, no good from Engett. McMichael, though, for the offensive glass. Williams from the top, no good. Up ahead, still a 4-point game for MMA. UMPI has not hit enough outside shots. Banks out of control, that's a player control. And it'll go back over to UMPI. And Jack Banks just a little too much of a nose for the rim. No argument whatsoever from MMA as some new subs into the game. We'll see that one. Here they got it back to him. And McCalla stood there, waited all day. Let's see, our lead official also had it behind his head saying, you better call that an offensive. And I think that might be what Chris Whitney's laughing about to his partner down there. Our officials tonight, there you go. Williams misses the jumper. And a rebound by Drew Hamilton. Dan Boomauer, Mike Rutherford, Chris Whitney, veteran crew. They'll be calling a consistent game. They have been all night. Banks lost the dribble, back to him. He'll pull up a 3. Unlike Jack Banks, got it back underneath, and a foul on UMPI. It's on Aki McMichael. Banks of the line here. Got the first. (37-32). And make it a nope. It was in and out. Halfway down the well, but it didn't fall. Here's McMichael. Down to the corner. Yamashita catches. Now to Aki. The dish inside. McCalla. Good ball movement. Got the angle, and he couldn't lay it in. Everything but the finish there for UMPI. Had some good possessions that have gone empty. Dancy inside, spins, loose, stays with MMA. But that has really been the difference. UMPI has had to adjust to this defense MMA has played against them. Not a surprise, that's how the Mariners play. Very defensive-minded team. They are 4th in the game as far as points allowed, 4th in the conference rather, as far as points allowed per game. 75.9 on average. They're the last team in offense though. 68.2 points a game on average. Drew Hamilton lost the handle. It's picked up by McMichael. He'll go quick for UMPI. Now's a chance here, trailing just by 5. McMichael, they're 1 shot away from making this a different game. Inside, it'll stay with UMPI. And line out for the Owls. They get it in, McMichael finishes. Good cut by Aki McMichael. And is back to a 3-point game, just like that. Here's Banks, he hands off to Dancy. 37-34, 5 minutes gone in the second half. Dancy with McMichael. Number two on number 2, kicks out. Here's Eckhart, a 3. Got it to go off the window. What a shot for MMA. As Noah Eckhart into the game, a 6'5" guard he's listed as, a freshman. He's able to bank it off the glass and in. Inside, McCalla. Now they'll swing it around. Here's Williams. Engett gonna drive to the rim. Tough finish, but he got it. Tyson Engett counted in 1. And UMPI with a nice answer on the Engett hoop and harm here. We'll see that one again. Caught it in the wing, touched it over. UMPI just having to move the ball quick. That's how you beat a zone, right? That and making outside shots. Or this, carving your way to the hoop. Nice awareness by Inget to see the lane and expose it. And he got it, so 40-37, back to a three-point thing, just as MMA got a bank shot three. Here's Banks to take it up. Banks on the left side, little crossover, kick out, here's a three on the way, in and out. So that was Gabe Hager. McMichael into the front court. Yamashita working around McCalla on the block side, kicks out to Engitz. He had 4 threes in the last game against Thomas. Hasn't really tried one tonight. Just waiting for that right look. Very smart shooter. Inside McCalla, misses. And another stop for MMA. It's going to be a grind here today, a defensive battle. Two teams that pride themselves in their defense quite a bit. MMA, the top-ranked opponent field goal percentage in the conference, 42.6 their opponent's average. And they're second in field goal percentage themselves because they get close looks at the rim. That's what they've done tonight. So it is just a three-point game now. Inside, up against Engitz. It's Hamilton all the way through. Tough shot as the shot clock winds. And UMPI with a stop. They outlet up ahead to Engitz. Nonchalantly picks it up into the front court. Yamashita running the wing. Back to McMichael. Yamashita again. Martin is going to check in for UMPI in a moment. McCalla threw it away. It's stolen by Dancy. Dancy will have to wait for reinforcements. UMPI got back. Now he swings it outside. Hamilton on the left wing will keep the dribble going. Lobs it to Banks. Now he's got Enget, a bit of a mismatch here. We'll see if he tries to expose it. He puts it on the floor and now kicks Hamilton to Dancy. Back to Hager, a three. How about another? He got it. MMA with another big shot, and they're up by 6 again. Gabe Hager has delivered 2 threes here in this half to do exactly that. A timeout is taken by UMPI, and it's a 6-point Maine Maritime lead with 12:41 to go. This one will be a full timeout for UMPI. Side out for UMPI. Tyson Enget right into your living room will trigger it in. Up top, UMPI will try to have a good possession out of this timeout. Bounce pass underneath to Martin. They do, and he finished. Tariq Martin with a big and one. Take a look at that one again. Got him on the head, says our official here. Yeah, he did. Good call. And Martin with a big answer. And he misses on the free throw, though. Banks lobs to Dancy right in front of the scorer's table. And midcourt, Dancy with McMichael on him. Got a pick from Eckhart. Made a tough, nice hedge by Williams. And they'll reset. And man-to-man defense, UMPI sticking to it. They have found a little bit of answers for MMA here. Inside, a travel on Marcus Shade. But the Owls have kept MMA away from the rim a little bit better in this half. Knock on wood if you're an UMPI fan. But those 2 big threes by Hager have been the difference here. And they didn't really do much of that at all in the first half. Just 3 three-pointers combined in the first half. Inside, Martin stops in the lane. Not going to kick out. He does to Engitz. Engitz back Yamashita, a three. No, they hit the stanchion. And back over to MMA. Take a look at the Husson-Farmington game. It's a 6-point lead for the Eagles now. Start of the second half down in Bangor at Wieden Gymnasium. Teams will flip-flop. MMA will be there tomorrow, and Farmington will be here tomorrow. Banks, cross half. Now to Dancy to the rim. Tough shot. He got it to go. Williams stood in there tall, stood his ground, but it was a good no call as Dancy's able to lay it in. Back to 6 points. No kick it, Yamashita. Now McMichael, Williams caught it, went to it. Now a pull up, long two, no. Side rim. Engit with a nice long rebound and saves it for Uppy. Now here's Hockey McMichael. Lost the handle, dives on it in the paint. It's still loose. The team's scrapping for it, and now a tie up here. The arrow favors the Owls this time. Aaron Pensel is back in for the Mariners. Shot clock will stay at 10 here for Uppy. And line out. Luis Moreno will sub in quickly for Uppy. In for Dwayne Williams. The Owls will have 10 seconds to do something here. Still trailing by 6. Yamashita, now McMichael. Little hesitation inside. He's got Hill in there, decides to better of it. Out to Yamashita, no. And then fighting for the rebound. It's pulled down. McMichael won it though, and Uppy will get a fresh 20. McMichael up top. Now he drives. A little step back J, no good. A rebound by Pensel. And Uppy, after all that, won't get anything as Maritime stands tall defensively. Standing tall, they got 6'7" Pensel and 6'10" Wade Hill in there. So literally standing tall. A little Euro move by Pensel, and he'll draw the contact. 10:28 to go. And it'll send Pensel a 74.5% free throw shooter to the line. He misses on the first, though. And Maritime currently led by Hamilton with 12. Shade with 8, Banks with 7. Hamilton's average is around 14.7, so he's definitely on pace for that today. I'll be led by Doug McCalla with the 10. Back to a 7-point game here. Ishibashi, now Creech with Engitz. Ishibashi, almost a steal here. The ball bounces right to me. And MMA will win it back here. Starting to beat Uppy to some of these 50-50 balls. The Owls will have to hang tough to stay in this game. It has been tough all night. Hamilton lost it. All good scrappy play by Creech, but a foul called on AJ Creech. Actually, it's on Ishibashi, evidently. They lob it up top. Wade Hill. 6'10" guy way out on the perimeter, and he does get rid of it to Pensel. A little more of a guard. He'll drive left side. Nice defense in there by Tariq Martin. Engit will shield it and control it for Uppy. Ishibashi dishes to Creech. The Owls out there with 5 bench players. Well, actually, no, 4 of the 5. Engit is a starter. The only guy, actually, for Uppy to start every game. Here's a steal by Pensel. Up ahead, trying to work his way around. Ishibashi got to the rim, no good. Creech sailed in there for the rebound. He's able to save it to Tariq Martin. Now he'll give to Ishibashi. Hoop will cross the timeline. 9:28 to go. Uppy needing a basket. Creech at 2-3 zone, standing strong for MMA. Ishibashi bounces it to Martin. And get it now Ishibashi and then Creech again. Martin inside, they got him cutting to the hoop. Moreno with a strong finish. Pensel slapped the backboard, would have been basket interference, or should have been anyway, basket interference, but UMPI's able to finish regardless to midcourt. They'll go into a little bit of full court pressure. MMA to bring it up. Some intensity in the gym here. Drew Hamilton up top. Hamilton, a foul, illegal screen on Wade Hill. I think that's a good call from the first look that I got. We'll see the replay. Watch Wade Hill coming up here to try to set the pick on Creech. Yeah, he moved with him. He stayed in that screen position. That's what got the call. So UMPI with a big swing there, and they'll have the ball down by 5. They have been within 3 in this half, but no closer. Martin inside, blocked in there. A good clean block, they say. Noah Eckhart was able to get the rejection. And the NAC leaders in blocks come up big there. Hamilton, a baseline J, no good. Martin there for the board. UMPI has rebounded it better here in the second half. A one and done for the Mariners. Doug McCalla is awaiting to check in. McMichael, now Creech, bounces it to Martin inside the paints. Tariq Martin back out AJ Creech. They lob it to Moreno inside, he missed, but he's fouled by Eckhart. He got him on the head there. Just say on the arm, but either way, it's 2 free throws for Alish Moreno, who's had an efficient time on the floor tonight. Moreno 60% on the line this season. He got the first to go. Dwayne Williams will sub in for Tariq Martin with exactly 8 minutes to play. Happy to have you for tonight's action here on UMPI Athletics, YouTube and WHOU.live. Moreno misses the second. It's still a 4-point game. UMPI just can't seem to get any closer here. Frustrating for the Owls, but it's the type of game where if you make a run at the right time, that could be the difference. MMA keeping UMPI at bay though. With 7:47, they get it back to Banks inside the paint. He kicks it out, swung. Now in the corner, Hager for his third 3 of the half, no good. Creech there for the rebounds. Here is UMPI off and running. AJ Creech into the front courts. Now he'll look for somebody. He finds Williams. And UMPI will reset that 2-3 zone. UMPI has still not found a consistent answer for it. Williams bounce it to Engit. Inside, it was deflected. And a steal by Noah Eckhart. Here is Banks up ahead. Here's a shot on the way. Hamilton, no good. That one well wide to the left. MMA has gone a little bit cold from the field in this half. Nice bounce pass in there. Moreno, count it, and 1. What a finish, and what an opportunity for the Owls, who have now cut it to the closest they have had. They've been lying in wait this whole second half, and Moreno now with a chance at the 3-point play. Here it is, the baseline cut and the finish. Alish Moreno at the line. And he got it, big shot at the charity stripe, and it's a 1-point thing just like that. Even though MMA has kind of dominated, I would say, well, dominate might be a strong word, but they have had control all way, other than the very beginning of the game. Banks up top. He'll drive with Alish Moreno on him. Banks, the handoff. Inside, fadeaway J by Hager, no good. Banks had the tip in, and he's fouled in that action. And he'll go to the line, not the tip in, but the tip in opportunity will send Jack Banks to the charity stripe. Things will slow down again here with 6:37 to go. Banks got it. So MMA keeping this lead that they have had ever since, I think, 16-15 was the first time they took the lead. If I do recall, UMPI led 15-12. And then they went on a 10-0 run. Actually, 11-0 run. I think it was 23-15 at one point. But nonetheless, MMA has led since then. It's a 2-point lead now for the Mariners. Creech for the lead. He got it! AJ Creech from the left side. No bigger shot tonight than that one for the Owls. And they lead 48-47. It's been that kind of game. UMPI just needs to hit those shots and this would be a different story. But MMA now playing from behind for the first time since midway through the first half. Here's Josiah Dancy at midcourt with Aki McMichael on him, number 2 on number 2. Dancy, a spinorama to the hoop, blocked in there by Moreno. Good clean rejection. And UMPI a chance here to go in front by more. They have the momentum right now. Inside, McMichael dishes out. Williams now in the corner. Aki McMichael, good closeout defensively by Banks. McMichael tried to find Moreno on the block, but it's stolen by MMA. They get a stop. 5:38 to go. 48-47. Banks at the top of the key. It is getting to crunch time, folks. It's always a treat when these two teams get together, and today has proven no difference. We showed you the matchup history in pregame. Here's a jumper on the way. It's a 3 by Drew Hamilton, and what an answer for MMA. 50-48. It now is as the teams trading punch for punch here, but what a game we have, folks. 2-point lead for the Mariners. You see the team stats there. It was 50-42 as far as field goal percentage went in the first half. MMA has cooled down to 42%, UMPI up to 37%. But you see the Owls just the 3 3-pointers as a team. And the rebound battle, UMPI has won 33-28. But a good even game now we have. A 2-point lead for MMA after they hit a big 3 with Drew Hamilton. We're ready to go here. I wouldn't say final stretch yet, but we're getting down to it. 5:17 to play. McMichael, now Williams. He'll work it around with Creech. Back to Aki McMichael. Inside, it's Engitz. Put it on the floor, now he'll dribble. Moreno, they'll work it out. 15 on the shot clock. Williams drives, kicks out. Engit open for 3. He steps away and dishes off. McMichael kicks out Creech. Does he have another? No, too strong. Engit tried to punch out the rebound, but it's pulled down by Eckhart of MMA. Here are the Mariners trying to expand on their 2-point advantage here. To the front court, it's Hamilton. Really one of the only shooters MMA has had, and he hit a big one, although Hager had a couple earlier. Banks gonna try to back down Williams, a la last season. Inside, Banks, there it is, the fadeaway jumper, no good. That's exactly what he did to tie it at the end of regulation and then eventually beat UMPI on this floor last year. But it didn't work there. Still a 2-point game underneath. It's McMichael. Has to kick. Engit open. A 3. He got it! Tyson Engit in the corner, and it's back to a 1-point lead for UMPI. 51-50 with 4:07 to play. Dancy up ahead. He'll beat Aki McMichael to the front courts. But wow, what a game, folks. What a season we have had here of UMPI men's basketball. Into the corner, a 3, Eckhart, the answer, and MMA is back in front by 2, 53-51. Punch for punch, folks, and now all of a sudden shots are starting to fall here in the home stretch of this game. Go figures. Williams to Engit, and now Creech. He'll bounce to Alicia Moreno to Tyson Engit. Oh, good ball movement. McMichael in there, had a chance, but he's fouled. And it'll send one of the best free throw shooters in the conference, Aki McMichael, to the charity stripe for a pair of free throws. McMichael going to take a chance to gather himself here before he tries these. The Owls currently led still by Doug McCalla. It's a balanced attack for UMPI. 10, 9, and 8, the top 3 scorers, as McMichael now gets to 10 in the game. There's MMA's leaders, Hamilton with 15. Big shots from him throughout the game. Good game down at Husson, a 6-point lead for the Eagles. McMichael misses. Into the front courts. It's Marcus Shade. He hands off to Dancy. And now back to Gabe Hager. Shade. Now in the corner, there's Banks. He'll drive into the paint, now kick. Hager and then Shade again up top with 7 to shoot. He gets it back to Banks on a give and go to the rim. Oh, what a stuff by Aki McMichael. Umpy ball, they say. Wow, take a look at this replay. Aki McMichael, the 6-foot guard, all 6 foot, 0 inches of him going up for this block. Good, clean rejection, and then out of bounds, last touch by Banks. Here is McMichael into the front courts. Umpy with 4 timeouts remaining. Looked like Aki was asking Coach Kane if he wanted to take one, but they'll play. Umpy trailing by 1, McMichael. Engets, swung, Williams. Inside, Enget dove, it's slapped out of play. Doug McCall's gonna get back in this thing. He'll be in for Elish Moreno. Good minutes for Elish tonight. Moreno with the 8 points for Umpy off the bench. Work it around to McMichael. Now in the corner, Enget had one earlier from there, but he dishes out. Aki McMichael, pull up Jay, got it. And a big shot, and Umpy's in front again, 54-53. What a game. What a night, what TV drama we have for you. And you'd expect nothing less when Maine Maritime plays Umpy. Eckhart hands off to Dancy with 2:20 to go. Here's a 3, no good, side iron. Long rebound out to Eckhart. McMichael chased it down. He was pushed in there by Noah Eckhart. It'll be Umpy basketball as right in front of the student section. Smaller student section tonight, but a section nonetheless. It'll be 1-1 now for Aki McMichael. Go figures, it was him that was fouled, as he is the 81.7% free throw shooter on the year. And he will go to the stripe. Big free throws here on a 1-1 for Aki McMichael. The only level of basketball that you get a 1-1 nowadays. College men kind of miss it at the high school ranks, not gonna lie. Got it. True on the first, and it's a 2-point lead, the biggest lead Umpy has had since it was 15-12 in the first half. And McMichael a chance to match that here and get Umpy up by 3. In and out though on the second, tipped and rebounded by Banks. Here are the Maine Maritime Mariners. Eckhart, good defense by McCalla in front of the student section. It's a timeout. I thought we were gonna have a 5 count, but it's a timeout by Coach Cedric Gillette, a good one there for the Mariners. They needed to do it as they keep possession here with 2:03 to go. (55-53), the home team in front now with 2:03 to go. As the Mariners will break their huddle. Josiah Dancy to trigger it in. MMA preserved the possession there. It was almost a 5 count. Coach Gillette got the timeout just in time, but 4 remaining for both sides. I'm sure we will have our fair share. For the final 2 minutes. Here's a 3 by Hamilton. He got it. Drew Hamilton can't miss right now. And it's 56-55 MMA. What a second half. Especially from Drew Hamilton, who leads the Mariners with 18 points. inside. McCalla bounces it to Engett. Kicks out Williams, looking for the answer. Too strong. Engett there for the board. He got hit in the head, and they will call it. It was on Hager. It'll be a 1-1 for Tyson Engett. Good call by our official, Mr. Dan Boomhauer. Officiating has been solid tonight. Really, neither coach has gotten upset at too much, at anything major anyway. Engett for the front end. Got it. Big shot for Tyson Engett. Ties it back up at 56 apiece. Taking it up court is Josiah Dancy. Poke free, Creech picks it up. He's up and running, but he will slow things down with UMPI in front by 1. 57-56, he'll wait for reinforcements. At midcourt, he hands off to McMichael. Now Williams, 1:10 to play. McMichael, Williams again. He'll step, free throw line, Jay, got it. Vintage hockey, McMichael on that shot, and it's 59-56 with a minute to play. They'll get it in, running baseline, Eckhart. Williams came in for the steal. He's fouled. Oh, what a play by Dwayne Williams. Coach Gillette is out near midcourt. Mr. Boomhauer is going to come get him. He is red hot. Just when I said neither coach had been angry at the officiating. And he's still going at it with Mr. Boomhauer, but he will diffuse the situation. Dwayne Williams is down there. He went to the floor hard. Mr. Brian Morrison is going to come out on the floor for the injured Williams. They'll wave him on. 54.3 to go here. Williams going to try to walk it off. So Williams will be helped off to the AT table, and it'll be UMPI basketball. Actually, no, sorry, it's a foul. Williams is injured, so he can't do the free throws. It's McMichael. Actually, I thought the foul was on Williams, but I guess it's on Aki McMichael, or who drew it anyway. Now our officials are going to get together. Creech was in the middle of it. And they're going to discuss the rule here because the foul, I believe, was on Dwayne Williams. Or so he drew the foul, excuse me, because he was the one going for the loose ball. But he is now injured. Can't make the shot, can't take the shots. So it's a different, if there's blood on the floor, the officials are getting together, doing what officials do, recalling their rules knowledge. And it'll be Tyson Engett to shoot the free throws. And that is what we will have here with 54.3 seconds to go. Tyson Engett. Big free throws here, none bigger in his career with UMPI so far. And get a 68% free throw shooter. Misses the first though. It is double bonus though for UMPI. I thought it was 1-1, it's double bonus. So he has a chance still to make it a 2-possession game here. This is deja vu from last season when UMPI led, here we go, by 4 in the final minute, 60-56. The biggest UMPI has had it this whole second half. The Owls trying to make the run at the right time and pick up this win. But here is MMA trying to spoil that. A timeout taken by Coach Gillette with 46.5. You could see that one coming, as they still have 4 to give. 60-56 here in favor of UMPI. Here we go. 4-point lead, 60 to 56, 46 and a half seconds. MMA basketball though, they have a chance to cut into this lead here. The biggest possession of the day so far starts now. Banks hands it off. Almost lost there by Hamilton, but he got it back with Creech on him. 15 seconds to shoot. 38 on the game clock. Dancy hands off. Banks, a deep three. He got it! Jack Banks from way downtown. And now Coach Kane was angry, thought there was an off-ball foul. Incidental contact, they say. 30-second timeout now taken by Maine Maritime with 33.3 to play. Wow, wow, wow. Here we go again to the timeout huddle. As this game is just going to be one of those games, isn't it? Down to the wire, as it was the last few times these teams have gotten together. And it is becoming quite the NAC rivalry. Not to say that there is bad blood between either of these teams. No, not at all. But apologize for that glitch. Camera to my right went to sleep for a second, but here we are. The UMPI huddle. 1 point lead for the Owls. Two timeouts remain for the Mariners. 4 for UMPI. And get in the backcourts. Gonna take his time now to Creech. High pass. McCalla up ahead. Timeout taken first by Coach Dan Kane. Good coaching, good officiating on both ends. He had Mr. Chris Whitney ready. And here we go to the huddle again. And you could see this coming from a mile away. Everybody, both coaches hanging on to their timeouts in this. .4.5. Everything comes down to situations. And that is how it's been going in these games, these close games for UMPI. It's been a while, though, since they've had a close one. They had a lot of close losses in the first half of the season. Throughout this 5-game win streak, only one game decided by one possession. It was that Delhi, the first win, that kickstarted the win streak. MMA was it a 16-point win against Delhi, a 20-point loss, a 7-point loss, a 7-point win, a 10-point win. So it's been a while for both these teams in close games, but in the first half, that seemed like all UMPI could have were close games that didn't go their way. They will try to make this one go their way here. 24.5 seconds. These games mean everything down the stretch of this season. Quickly see the playoff picture. UMPI could come within a tie of MMA with a win here today. It would bring them to 7-5. Both teams at 7-5. Cobleskill doesn't play till tomorrow. But here we are. 24.5 seconds. Still a lot of timeouts, 5 combined to be had. They'll lob it all the way back for Aki McMichael. McMichael, the guy you want with the basketball. 21 seconds, he'll take it up ahead. Lost it, but it's picked up by Creech. He preserves with 16 seconds. 2-second differential between the shot and the game clock as Banks fouled Yamashita hard off the ball. And it'll send James Yamashita to the line for a pair of free throws. Double bonus time for UMPI. MMA will be in the 1-and-1 next time. That is the 5th foul on Jack Banks. We're going to quick discussion on whether it's 4 or 5. So everybody agrees that it is 5 on Banks. I don't know if Banks knew it, but either way, he'll foul out with 14.8 seconds, and he will finish the game with 11 points. 2 free throws for Yamashita. Got it on the first. UMPI cannot make it more than a 1-possession game here unless they get an offensive rebound. Martin will be the sub for the shooter. Yamashita got it, and now they'll get the sub in. Actually, Coach Kane will take a timeout, rather, with 14.8. Big free throws from James Yamashita. And here we go again, 14.8 seconds to go. Final stretch. Like a broken record here, it's just a 30-second timeout. The Owls don't want to foul here unless it gets down to it. You never want to foul, obviously, a shooter, especially from three-point range up by 3. But it's the age-old debate. Do you foul to send him to the line for, well, in this case, it'd be a 1-and-1. Send him to the line, make him have to miss one and get a rebound. But I think we're outside that window right now. 14.8 seconds is too much time to do that. I like it when it's 3 or 4 seconds left. That is kind of more of the time to foul when you're up by 3. But that is kind of shoehorning your way to a win either way, and I can see both sides of the argument here as the teams will break the huddles. It'll be baseline basketball for MMA. They can run baseline. 14.8 seconds to go. Here we go. They get it into Dancy. Dancy up ahead across midcourt. They'll take a timeout. They just wanted to get it up the floor and advance it. And with 10.9 seconds, it is still, of course, a 3-point game. As the Owls and Mariners getting used to their coaches' voices down the stretch. That's what happens when they I think only one timeout was taken the whole first half. And that is how things go. How things go in a close game in the final minute. This is why people say, hey, March Madness takes forever. Never believe when there's 5 minutes to go that it'll be 5 minutes. Obviously not. It'll be more like 20, and today it's more like 20. So no TV timeouts either. All true timeouts. No reviews. That's another thing of March Madness that really slows things down is those out-of-bounds reviews and everything. No reviews, obviously, in D3 hoops like this. Well, I think there is in the rule book, but I digress. Still the same situation this time. MMA will go up to drawing up their best play here. They got to go for 3 at this point with 10.9 seconds. Do they have that clutch factor? They have had it against UMPI as of late. You'll recall late last season down in Castine, Aki McMichael for UMPI hit a jumper to win it. That was a 1-point game. So this is a different situation, surely. 1 timeout left for MMA, 2 for UMPI. Do we have overtime in this game? We'll see how it pans out. But right now, MMA needs a big shot up top. Now it's Hager with 7 seconds. Back outside, shade for 3, and the we had an issue there with the scoreboard. It came unplugged with 2.1 seconds. Can you believe that? Our officials are going to sort out the situation here. MMA, I think, had the offensive rebound. We'll get that on the film footage. I can't remember what happened. We went off the air for a second, as did the scoreboard went down, all because there's one plug underneath the scoreboard, underneath the scorer's table, and that is the lifeblood of everything here. MMA was out of sorts, but now they'll get a second chance. With the basketball and end line out of bounds. Coach Kane's going to take a timeout, a wise decision there to kind of slow things down. And they'll have to defend here, as that is an awful break for UMPI, I think. MMA was out of sorts. They would have had to hurry. As it is still 2.1 seconds. Unbelievable turn of events there. They had to blow it dead. The scoreboard came undone. I lost my voice in my ear, and I was like, oh, something's wrong. I don't know what happened. And then a split second later, the scoreboard went out, which obviously you can't have a game when the scoreboard's out. You don't know when it's going to, how much time is going to be left. Unbelievable. That is crazy. I've never seen anything like this happen before. But the lights were still on inside, so obviously it wasn't a power thing. It was obviously something else, which quickly I was able to figure it out. But here we go, 2.1 seconds. Does MMA have a late game miracle after a crazy turn of events? Dancy to inbounds. Timeout taken. We still have 2.1 seconds. Let's do it again, why not? Holy smokes, this game won't end. I hope coaches never hang on to this many timeouts again, I swear. This is crazy. What a finish, what a day it has been, and what a second half. But MMA and UMPI, another classic battle between the two schools. Coach Kane with his 5 on the floor. It's McCallum, Martin, Engett, McMichael, and Creech. The Owls hang on, is the question. But here we go. They will need a 3 here. MMA is out of timeouts. Dancy to trigger it in. He does, up top. A foul in the act, no, on the floor they say, as he was catching the pass. He was on the floor. Oh my goodness, this keeps getting crazier. Let's take a look at the replay. They got it up top. Wow, I can see MMA's frustration there, but at the same time, he was allegedly shooting at the same time he was catching, so I understand the ruling, but I also understand MMA's frustration. It's a 1-and-1 now, and UMPI now looking much better to close this thing out here, up by 3. They got to make one, miss the second, and somehow, well, actually, they would put him down 2. They got to make one, miss the second, get a rebound. They're going to get their trees on the floor. Wade Hill is in, and then Vince Russman's in for the first time all day, a good rebounder. 6'4". Wade Hill 6'10". They got Moreno and McCalla down low for UMPI, but it's a 1-and-1, so it would be a moot point if he misses the first. He got the first. No timeouts left. No sense in icing because you know he's going to miss. And now Mr. Boomhauer is going to come over and talk to Mr. Rutherford. My gracious. This has been an all-time thriller here with a power outage and all to go with it. A missed shot, they kick it out. That shouldn't count. It shouldn't count, and the game is over. UMPI wins 62-60. Oh my goodness, what a game, folks. And it's finally over. The Owls have won 6 straight ball games with that one. For better or for worse, they close it out 62-60. And we can all collectively take a deep exhale. My gracious. The Owls, 6 in a row. They improved to 8-10 overall. MMA will drop to 7-12. UMPI now 7-5 in conference, as are the Mariners. Excellent contest we had all night long. We will get an interview here in a second with Mr. Doug McCalla for UMPI. Good? Let's make sure he's paying attention. Doug, that was a crazy one. Crazy finish tonight. How does it feel to win 6 in a row in a fashion like that in a close game?
It just shows a credit to our toughness. You know, at the end of the day, like, we're a family. We're one big family, and we're tough. We're tough. We're gonna fight. I mean, the first semester didn't look like how we wanted to, but I mean, when you got a group of guys like this working hard every day, we could beat any team in this conference, and I think we will. So
Absolutely. That's your first win against a top 4 team in the conference now, and it's a huge one. How does it feel in a game like that where you've lost close ones to finally pull it out in the end?
It's just, like again I said, it's just a credit to how tough we are and the work that we put in. I got to give credit to Coach Kane preparing us and showing us what we need to do, and to the guys executing. Yama hit some clutch free throws at the end, and everybody came in and got a huge stop at the end. So I mean, we keep doing stuff like this, and I don't see why not we don't get a championship at the end of the season. So.
Absolutely. Enjoy it with the team, Doug. Appreciate it. So that's going to wrap up our men's broadcast. Thank you to Doug McCalla for that one, as we will head to shifting gears to the women's game. We'll be back in a few moments. Back here at Wieden Gymnasium, getting set for the women's matchup between Maine Maritime Academy and UMPI. It was a crazy, wild finish in the men's game with the Owls picking up the 62-60 victory, but now we shift gears into the women's game. The MMA Mariners, the perennial powerhouse in the North Atlantic Conference, who enter with a record of 11-6, 10-1 in conference, and Craig Dagan in his 24th season just has a great program down in Castine, Maine on the coast. Year after year recruits some of the best in Maine, and it proves down the stretch of the season. They did lose the NAC championship last year to SUNY Cobleskill by 2 points. It was a close game, 55-53 down there. But they're looking to get back there and more this season. They had won it, I believe, 3 times in a row before last season, as the Owls will have a tough task here tonight against Maine Maritime. UMPI coached by Mark Knight in his 2nd season with the Owls. He has them at 2-14, a rebuilding year, very much so. But Coach Knight grinded out a win last weekend against Leslie, 50-34. They had some close losses before that. They lost to Johnson by 4 on the road and Delhi by 3 at home. And here they are against MMA, a chance to get better throughout the end of this season here. The Owls with just 7 active players tonight. It's been the theme all season long. Injuries have been a bugaboo for UMPI, but they're going to come out and they're going to fight hard as they have all year. They're led by Leah Matheson in scoring, 13.6 a game. She's 7th in the conference. And then Lindsay Hamilton is 8th in the conference at 12.1 points a game. And she's tied 3rd in rebounds with 8.6 of those per game. And then MMA led by Evelyn Dagan, or actually Addison Ford leads with 11.7 and 11 rebounds per game. Evelyn Dagan is 18 points from 1,000 for MMA and 3 3-pointers away from the all-time program record. So she has a chance to make some milestones here tonight. But again, the men's game was a crazy finish. The women's game, MMA trying to get back in the win column following a loss against Colby this week. Tough matchup against a NESCAC opponent, but they've won their last 4, 5, 6, 7 conference games, I believe. When was the last time they lost? Oh, UMF. No, pardon me. They've won the last 2 conference games. UMF, they lost to them on the 10th, 69-58 at the Farmington Beavers. We will see them tomorrow. It's going to be a fun time when they get together for the 2nd time this season, as the Beavers have a great and much improved squad, and MMA had a challenge. Obviously, they lost to them last time out. But we will show a 94 feet segment, the much anticipated return of that segment. I caught up with Joelle Hodge earlier this week, and then we will send it to break and be back here for our starting lineups on UMPI Athletics and WHOU. I'm Ricky Goupel, Dave Gustin on camera. Appreciate you joining us for tonight's doubleheader. Here we go. 94 feet with Joelle Hodge.
Yes, sir.
Joelle, I've seen you walking around campus with a PlayStation Portable, good old-fashioned PSP. If you had to pick one game to play forever, what would it be?
I'm a little older, so I like Def Jam Vendetta.
Really?
That's a game, yeah. I could play that all day.
How about a sports game?
Ooh, probably NBA Live 06.
Oh, you can't beat NBA Live.
Yeah.
What's your go-to TV show to pass time on long bus trips?
So on trips, I try not to watch shows. I watch movies. So obviously.
Here we go. 94 feet with Joelle Hodge.
Yes, sir.
Joelle, I've seen you walking around campus with a PlayStation Portable, good old-fashioned PSP. If you had to pick one game to play forever, what would it be?
I'm a little older, so I like Def Jam Vendetta.
Really?
That's a game, yeah. I could play that all day.
How about a sports game?
Ooh, probably NBA Live 06.
Oh, you can't beat NBA Live.
Yeah.
What's your go-to TV show to pass time on long bus trips?
So on trips, I try not to watch shows. I watch movies. So I obviously didn't watch the whole Marvels franchise.
Marvels. All right,
yeah.
all right. If you could play another sport in college, what would it be and why?
Oh, I'll play for Coach Timmy.
Yeah?
Absolutely. I play baseball.
What position?
Wherever you need me. Clean up, out 3, it don't matter.
What's your favorite UMPI basketball memory?
When the baseball team was cheering, we won Joelle.
Hodge, corner 3. Yes. Bang. What a shot.
My first year playing, yeah.
Against Linden?
Against Linden, my first
awesome.
game. I scored my first basket. Everybody shouted, so that was a good moment for me.
Electric atmosphere.
Yes, sir.
94 feet with Joelle Hodge, 28 meters. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wieden Gymnasium, home of the University of Maine at Presque Isle Owls. This evening's game features the Mariners of Maine Maritime Academy and your own UMPI Owls. And now for the starting lineups. First for the visiting Mariners. A 5'8" guard from Castine, Maine, number 3, Evelyn Dagan. A 5'6" guard from Houston, Texas, number 10, Lainey Lyle. A 5'10" guard from Laramie, Wyoming, number 21, Addison Forey. A 5'7" guard from Colorado Springs, Colorado, number 23, Haley Blanchard. And a 6-foot forward from Melbourne, Florida, number 34, Jacqueline Castro. The Mariners are coached by Craig Dagan. And now, for your University of Maine at Presque Isle Owls. A 5'6" guard from Ludlow, Maine, number 3, Aaliyah Matheson. A 5'2" guard from Fort Fairfield, Maine, number 10, Cameron Alla. A 5'9" forward from Fort Fairfield, Maine, number 22, Katie Stairs. A 5'11" forward from Clinton, Maine, number 33, Lindsay Hamilton. And a 5'5" guard from South Portland, Maine, number 44, Nevaeh Bayo. The Owls are coached by Mark Knight and assisted by Keegan Watson, Giovanna Oliva, and Anira Ayala. Our athletic trainers tonight, Mr. Brian Morrison, Mr. Alex Folsom, and our officials today are Wayne Prescott, John McLaughlin, and Miss Martina Nikolova-Grappa. Ready for the jump ball here, UMPI and Maine Maritime with the women's game coming up in just a few seconds. Owls and Mariners to do battle. In the air and controlled first by MMA. The perennial powerhouse Mariners, you're going to hear me say it. I've already said it. Addison Forey here, goes to the left side, now kicks it underneath Castro, the jumper no. Rebound by Nevaeh Bayo. Bayo up ahead, crosses the timeline, kicks Matheson. Now Alla to Stairs and Bayo again. I'll be into their first possession, working it around. Matheson open for 3, no good. Up ahead. MMA. Dagan now swings to the corner. It's Blanchard for 3. And the game's first points courtesy of Haley Blanchard. 26% three-point shooter on the year, but is true on that first one. Bayo out of Matheson. Left side, stymied in there by Blanchard. They're able to save it, goes back to Nevaeh Bayo. Katie Stairs. Now Matheson. Gotta hurry. Matheson, a scoop shot to try to avoid the shot clock violation. It will not draw iron. And here comes MMA going the other way, up 3-0. Blanchard had a chance, but they'll work it around. The lob inside. Castro got behind Hamilton. She lays it in. It's 5-0. Bayo for the answer. It was in and out. Good shot from Nevaeh, but it didn't fall. Now here is Blanchard. The lob inside. Castro wants 2 more. Good fake, and she finishes, and it's 7-0 MMA. Officials tonight, Wayne Prescott, John McLaughlin, and Martina Nikolova-Grappa. Matheson holding high above her head, gets it to Hamilton, kicks out. 7 on the shot clock. Alla has to kick Matheson. Deep 3, got the front rim, but that was it. As they did avoid the shot clock, but too slow developing on offense there last couple of trips. 7.5 in the first. Dagan off 3. She got it. She is now 2 away from the school record in 3-pointers. Timeout taken by Coach Mark Knight. It's 10-0 MMA in the early part of this game. 10-0 MMA. Coach Knight burned a timeout in the first 2.5 minutes. Dagan hit a 3 there, the last shot, prompting the timeout. Leah Matheson up ahead. Now to Nevaeh Bayo. Now Alla works through. Got to take it away. MMA the other direction. Here's Addison Forey, a leading scorer for MMA. A lot of role players on the team. As she's the leading scorer at 11.7 a game. That is 9th in the conference, but it's a very balanced attack. Only a couple players average more than 20 minutes. Blanchard being the one with the most, and Forey averages 26. Dagan averages 27, Lyle with 23, but they just are very deep. Bayo with a jump shot and gets UMPI on the boards. The heads. Matheson tried saving it. It goes out of play. Big game down in Bangor tonight. The Farmington Beavers tied with MMA here in first, as Dagan has another 3. She's 1 away now from the program record. She now ties it there. But Farmington visits Hassan on the road. Here's Matheson over on the left side. Has to skip over to Alla. Alla, the up fake. Now she runs. Backdoor pass to Hamilton. Dishes out Bayo. Thought about a 3. Now she'll cross over, try to isolate here. Spins around. Tough shot, but Bayo got it. She got a 4 of UMPI's points on some nice jump shots. Now MMA the other way. It goes out of play, but it'll stay with the Mariners. Dagan down inside, and a foul there. That'll send Jacqueline Castro to the line here. Game's first free throws. Coming into the game, Bree Osterblom for UMPI and for Katie Stairs. Shot good on the first from Castro. He's a 75% free throw shooter, good enough to lead the team in that category. Although they've had some players like Evelyn Dagan's 15 of 19 from the line, smaller sample size. Castro hitting both, and it is 15-4. We'll bounce it into Cameron Alla, who will take it up the floor. Alla out to Ostrom, taken away though. Forey stepped in there for the steal. Now it is Blanchard up ahead. She is fouled. Actually, it's an offensive foul coming out on number 44, Sydney Loring. Bayo inside, tight pass out to Alla. She'll drive back to Hamilton. It's deflected by a Mariner. Last touch, I think, by Savannah Ferguson in there. LPN line out. Alla trying to bounce it in. It's off Ferguson's leg again. And we'll do it again. Fresh 20 after that kick. Alla into Bayo, has all 4 of UMPI's points. Bayo Lobs to Hamilton underneath. Good pass. Hamilton couldn't finish. Bayo was the leading scorer for UMPI in their last game against Thomas College, had 11 points. Up top, a 3 from Blanchard. Nothing but nylon on that one. MMA making shots by the bunches here. Bayo catches over on the left wing, now out to Osterblom. Skip pass over to Cameron Alla. Al Matheson. Bayo up top. Hesitates, crossing over, the jumper no. Out of play and back over to the Mariners. 18-4 it is, early part of this game. Bayo will check out. Made to bring it up. Work it around in the corner. It's Forey. Up top, Loring. Look at the rim. Back to Callie Pomerlow. Already 4 deep into their bench here. Swung Ferguson left side. Drove. Kicks inside Loring again with Curtis on her. Tough shots. Off the rim, no. Good defense by Logan Curtis. Out of play. And back over to UMPI. So the Owls hold defensively on that possession. Logan Curtis in the post. Curtis, Osterblom will fire up a tough shot, and she got it. Bree Osterblom, she brings a lot to the table for UMPI in shooting-wise. She's just so confident when she lets it go, and there's some tough shots she's able to knock down. She's done it. She joined the Owls at the semester break, missed the first 2 games of the semester, but then has been played in every one since. Loring in the paint, kicks. Forey now swung. Back to Forey, playing catch there with Blanchard, kicks out, here's a 3, Ferguson, no. Shorts, rebounded by Forey, 2:50 in the first here, 18-6 it is. Ferguson works it around. Blanchard, no hesitation, backdoor pass, Loring inside, the Owls got a piece of it, but it rolls out top to Ferguson, they'll reset. In the corner, they gotta hurry. Shot clock stayed as it expires now off the glass and out. The rebound and the putback is good though. Forey with the rebound. Too many chances there for MMA. Stairs, Matheson, catch and shoot 3, no. And a rebound by Ferguson. Coach Dagan recruits a lot of good Maine girls, but also a lot of out-of-staters on the roster this year, I've noticed. Loring misses on the jumper. I guess he always has out-of-staters, but it feels like there's a few. I mean, I'm looking at the roster. Morgan Clifford from Ellsworth, Maine. Callie Pomerlow from Thompson. Dagan from Castine. And Sydney Loring from Bradley. I think those are the Maine girls. Then you got Florida, Texas, Nebraska, Wyoming, Colorado, Montana, New Jersey, Florida. Good balance on the roster for Coach Dagan. Free throw is good from Forey. No good on the seconds. Inside, shot put up, no. That was Pomerlow underneath. Still loose on the rebounds. Matheson tried saving it, goes through the legs of Loring, but she picks it up. And MMA will keep possession somehow, some way. Ferguson swings, now up top, a 3 from Forey, no. Rebound by Bayo, long rebound. And the UMPI point guard will take it up the other way. Curtis now looking for Osterblom, deflected in there, Forey, last touch by Osterblom. Back over to MMA. Madison Ivory in for the first time. Ivory hands it off, Blanchard, pull-up jumper, it's good. And MMA continuing to shoot it well. Hamilton kicks it out to Matheson. Apologize, had the camera stuck at the midcourt camera for a possession or two. Stolen away by Ivory. Fast break attempt, now kicks it back. The trailer diving to the hoop and a foul on Matheson. I'll send Haley Blanchard to the line. Blanchard hits the first. No good on the second. 23-6, Bayo fights for the rebounds. So a high-scoring first quarter for Maine Maritime as they've hit their shots very well. Out to Alla, looking for a pick. Alla has to reset to Bayo. Little jab step, Bayo hesitates. Now she'll work her way through. Tough shots, wanted some contact, didn't get a foul call. Now here comes Blanchard up ahead. It's Ivory, back out to Blanchard, long three, shorts. Curtis in there for the board for UMPI, outlets to Osterblom. 6 seconds to go, they gotta hurry. Bree Osterblom across midcourt. Takes a look at the clock, lost the ball. That'll do it for quarter number one. 23-6, MMA in front after one. Six after one period of play. And Maritime in front, Bayo. In the front court, gives it to Hamilton, and now Alla will drive right side. Nice take by Cameron Alla. She'll scoop the layup in. Timeout called by Coach Dakin. He's upset at that take from Alla. He will get to talk to his girls real quick. So not even 12 seconds into the second quarter. UMPI gets a quick basket and a timeout promptly by MMA. They went quick out of that timeout. It was about a 15-second timeout. Coach Dagan just wanted to make a point there. But a great take by Cameron Alla. I didn't even think it was that bad a defense. Alla just carved her way through. Ivory gives it up to Riley Smith. Dagan. Now to Grace Huntwork. Shot clock winding. UMPI gets a stop. And they took too long. That's the final score of the men's game. Hamilton lets it fly, no good. 81-80, Farmington pulled it out in the end. What a game that was. A couple of great men's games tonight. Here's a 3 from Dagan. No. We'll try to update the ticker to reflect the women's game. That up in a moment. There it is, the women's score. 4-2 early on. Farmington just 30 seconds into that. I wonder if the men's game went to overtime. Didn't appear to be, but it took a little longer than our men's game here. Matheson for 3, shorts. Up ahead, running the floor, they kick it out. Back up top to Dagan. Huntworth to the rim, got it. Nice take from Grace Huntworth. Alla now gives it up to Hamilton and Albeo. And a whistle here. Quick kick ball, it'll be UMPI and line out with 20 on the shot clock. 7:40 to go in this first half. Bayo bounces it into Curtis. She'll kick out. Matheson lobs it back to Curtis underneath. Her shot doesn't go. Back out to Aaliyah Matheson. She'll track down the loose board. Matheson kicks. Now Alla working her way through. Another nice take from Cameron, but it doesn't fall. And a foul there on the rebound action. But we'll take a look at that take from Cameron Alla to start out the second quarter. Finally have a chance. That prompted the Coach Dagan timeout. But look at her work her way through the right side. Not even that. That's good help defense, honestly. I thought maybe it was something else Coach Dagan wanted to make a point for. I don't question a 24-year veteran like him. But just to say, you got to credit where credit is due there. Cameron Allen, a great take. That's all UMPI has in this quarter, though. MMA just with the 2 points, though, in this quarter. So they are even. 25-8 it is. Matheson, full head of steam. She's tripped up in there. Foul will go on Addison Ivory. Castro and Blanchard are back in for the Mariners. Bayo up top to Aaliyah Matheson. Katie Stairs with it. Kicks back to Aaliyah. Is able to recover the pass. Matheson with 10 to shoot now. Bayo. Crossover move. Bayo trying to make something happen, and she traveled. Lost the handle. Got it back. Coach Knight wanted a tip for an interrupted dribble, but she said that it was just a fumble. Lady Lyle. Out of the diving, Blanchard kicks out in the corner. 3 from Huntworth is good. MMA back on the shooting column board here. 28-8. Matheson kicks to Katie Stairs. Bayo swings. Matheson inside. Hamilton deflected out, and MMA going the other way. Blanchard kicks, now a 3, Dagan for the record. Evelyn Dagan, the school record for 3-pointers, and she hits it. Her dad, Coach Dagan, will call the timeout to give her moment with the teammates. It's a full timeout by him. That's the 3-pointer record. I'm gonna mention it when she gets to 1,000. Yeah. So 31-8, but most notably, Evelyn Dakin now the all-time three-point shooter record at Maine Maritime Academy. But she is 9 points away from another milestone, the 1,000-point mark. Cameron Alla take it up for UMPI. Alla, now Osterblom, she'll fire for three, no good. Dagan now gets it to Haley Blanchard. Lainey Lyle. Lyle to Blanchard, back to Dagan. Blanchard kicks, here's a three, Hunt work, no good. The rebound by Lyle. She'll lob underneath, nice pass to find Castro at the rim. The beat goes on here for MMA. UMPI trying to find an answer on offense. Points have been few and far between. Hamilton to deliver that answer, in and out. And a golden look to make a drop from the top there, and it rattles out. Up ahead, full head of steam by Haley Blanchard. She'll lay it in, and the lead grows. 35-8 here, 4:45 in the second. Alla crossing over, kicks to Stairs around the perimeter. Stairs resets to Hamilton. Matheson, a pick from Hamilton. They try to roll off that. Now Alla will try a three, and she hits. Cameron Alla, nice shot from the right side. She's got all 5 of UMPI's points here in the second quarter. And 5 points in the ball game for her. MMA led by Blanchard with 10. Dagan has 9, all on three-pointers. You could tell she was chasing a record. She's 3 for 3 from beyond the arc as well. Castro with 8. Matheson, scoop layup, got it to go. What a shot by Aaliyah Matheson. A shot, if you can call it that, with the left hand. Now she's coming on from behind there, Lainey Lyle, but Lyle is able to get it up. Here's a three, Blanchard, give it up, I should say. Dagan, the putback is good. She's 7 away from the milestone. Alla now kicks Hamilton up top. She got it. So the Owls starting to hit some threes. 2 in a row there, courtesy of Alla and Hamilton. And it's 37-16. Lyle goes to the left. Scoop layup, no, but she's fouled in the process by Hamilton. Lyle off on the first free throw. He's 11 of now 14 from the line on the year. And she got the roll on the second. 38-16 MMA. Alla with a screen, crosses over, Bayo swung, Matheson. Post entry inside to Curtis, could try to get around Castro. She's able to rescue the pass to Alla, the drive, some contact in there. It's player control on Cameron Alla. We'll go the other direction. Top, a 3-ball, no good from Blanchard. UMPI's able to get the rebounds. Bayo up top, a 3, no. Rebound by Curtis, then she got it stripped away in the backcourt up ahead. Blanchard bounces it inside, they kick, and now here comes a three ball. It is no good from Lainey Lyle. Matheson pass intercepted. Oh, nice pass up ahead. Good court vision. Forey lays it in, but a good pass from Haley Blanchard. Coach Knight thought that there was going to be a timeout there, but instead it is play on. Miss Nikolova Grafham misheard him. Osterblom pulls up from the top, no good. Ferguson in for Lyle. Loring kicks out, the head fake. Now skip it over to Clifford. Morgan Clifford into the game. Now kick out Loring from the top. She makes it drop, and it is 43-16 MMA. Bayo trying to end the half on a good note for UMPI. Hands off to Matheson. She'll fire away for the answer. No. Loring had a piece of it. Now it dishes out to Forey, who will get credited with the rebounds. Forey into the front courts. They'll look for a screen. She gets it, kicks. Loring, does she have another? No. She does not, as Bayo is there for the long board. Bayo dribbling out of trouble in the backcourt as Clifford has to just tip her cap to her handles there. Bayo still showing off the handles. Now she drives in the lane. Hard collision. I don't think there was a call. It just went straight out of bounds. I was shielded by our trail official here. I think it's just UMPI basketball. It will be. 41.7 in the half. Stairs. Into Bayo. Skipped to Osterblom. She'll hand off to Matheson. 9 on the shot clock, gotta hurry. Matheson knows it. She lobs for Curtis, too high over her head. Loring is there for the easy steal up ahead. They get it back to Ferguson, tried to find it to Forey. They'll keep possession. Oh, nice steal by Matheson. Jump in the passing lane, takes a look over her left shoulder, and she will not lay it in. Had an open look, but couldn't spin it home. Now MMA with 10 seconds in the corner. It's Forey, she'll drive baseline, throws it out of play. UMPI basketball with 6.2 seconds. They'll roll it up the court to Osterblom, back to Bayo, 5 seconds. MMA comes all the way out. Bayo, oh, nice pass to Matheson, misses the putback no from Curtis, and half number one has drawn to a close. 43-16, MMA in front as we'll head into the locker room. We'll be back in about 15 minutes time for the second half of action on UMPI Athletics. 43-16. You take a look at the North Atlantic Conference. We'll look at the playoff picture for the women's side of things. Farmington and MMA tied at 10-1. Hudson 9-2. Thomas 8-3. And then you got Linden 6-5, Cobleskill 5-6 that are in the away playoff picture, and then in the hunt, there's the rest of the teams. First round of the playoffs, Thursday, February 19th. Different format this year, as the 3 and 4 seeds, pardon me, will host quarterfinal rounds, and then 1 and 2, of course, get byes. And then after that, it is 1 and 2 that host the next rounds. And then they go to the highest seed the whole time. So it's very simple, much more simple than it has been in the past. And we're getting started here in the second half. 43-16. Milestone watch for Evelyn Dagan. She is 7 points away from 1,000. And she just set, for the last three-pointer, the all-time program record for threes. Well, congratulations already to her, and I'm sure very good chance to say congratulations later tonight. We'll make an announcement when that does occur in the venue. Make an announcement. Stairs. Now Hamilton. Back to Katie Stairs. Matheson. Alla. Right elbow. Kicks out. Matheson on 3. Had to hurry. Misses. Dagan. A drive left side. She got to the rim. Addison Forey on the take. And it's an easy first 2 points of this half for MMA. Bayo. A 3. No good. Rebound from Forey. Matheson bounces it underneath to Hamilton on the right block. She goes hard to the ground. Loose ball and a tie up there. Arrow favoring the Owls this time. A flat tire here. Haley Blanchard will lace it up. UMPI end line out. They bounce it into Stairs. She's in the post. Kicks out to Bayo. Bayo. Pass goes off the leg of Dagan. She's got a stinger. She'll have to run it off. Up ahead, though, Forey gets to the rim for 2 more. Down at Bangor, Husson leads 29-20. And the men's game was a similar theme. Husson led most of the way. And Farmington came in at the end and stole it. Have to check out the ending to that one later tonight. There's a 3 from Bayo. It rattles out. You probably heard that one at home. I know Dave did on the camera upstairs. Other way, count it, and 1. Jacqueline Castro with the hoop and harm. We'll see if we caught the tail end of that play. Actually, we caught all of it. Here's the missed 3 from Bayo, and then MMA, who doesn't usually push the pace, did there. Castro underneath, the foul from Bayo, and the finish. Castro hits on the free throw, and it's now 50-16 in favor of the Mariners. They average 70.7 points a game. That's second in the conference behind only UMF, who we will see tomorrow. Alla, left side, runs through the lane. The shot off the glass, no good. Got her own miss, though, but then it's pickpocketed in there by Forey. Lainey Lyle, now to Haley Blanchard. Inside, Castro is fouled. Only 2 free throws for Jacqueline Castro. Just at the line for the and 1 a moment ago. Ricky Cooper with you, Dave Gustin on camera. As we settle into the teeth of the North Atlantic Conference schedule this year, we got Farmington here tomorrow. It's the second straight home NAC weekend. Both men and women's teams will go to UMFK on Tuesday for a non-conference, and then they'll finish out the year with 5 conference games in a row. Starting with Hassan University next Saturday right here at Wieden Gymnasium, and then they'll go to New York the first weekend of February, and then they'll be back here on the 13th and 14th of February with Johnson and Linden to wrap up the regular season. Bayo in the front court. Katie Stairs. Pass a dish back to Nevaeh Bayo. Hands off to Matheson. Stairs kicks out Bayo. A foul off the ball there. I don't know who they'll get. It's on Clifford. Stairs, swung Ala. Now Nevaeh Bayo. Crossover. Spinorama on a step through Bayo. The shot is good. Good shot from Nevaeh Bayo. We'll get a second look at that in a moment here as MMA will go the other way. Dagan, nice pass inside. Castro off the glass and out. Rebounded by Curtis. She will outlet to Bayo in the backcourt. Matheson, left side, blocked in there by Blanchard. The end line out of bounds for UMPI. Nevaeh Bayo has a flat tire in the same spot that Blanchard had one earlier. And she will inbound the pass for UMPI. Into the corner, back to the inbounder. Bayo, a three, short. Dagan there for MMA. Up ahead, Castro, power dribble. Oh, nice quick move to get by Stairs, though she couldn't finish. And it'll stay with MMA. A couple new players in for the Mariners. Up top, Loring hands it off to Blanchard. Now in the paint, she'll pull up, no. And a rebound for Cameron Alla. Alla's been a good rebounder for UMPI, good rebounding guard. She averages around 4.5 per game, but had a 13 rebound day against Delhi earlier this semester. Season, or a career single game high. Loring looked at the rim, now kicks back. Flashed out. Now Ferguson. Stops the elbow, kicks out Dagan, open 4-3, and she hits Evelyn Dagan, her 4th triple. She's 4 for 4 from beyond the arc. And that is a little outdated. She has 14 now to lead MMA. See if that updates. It hasn't yet. Matheson for the answer, and she got it. Aaliyah Matheson, the sharpshooter for UMPI. Gonna trade 3 balls here. Dagan, how does she have another? She does! Evelyn Dagan now 1 away from 1,000. Timeout taken by Coach Knight with 4:50 here. It's a full timeout. UMPI basketball here, 58-21. Katie Stairs, now Bayo, the head fake. Now she'll get to Matheson. Stairs on the left side, back to Aaliyah Matheson, deep three, too strong. Nice board from Curtis, the power dribble, she goes right up with it, and she draws the contact, so Logan Curtis to the line for a pair of free throws. No good on the first. No good on the second either. Dagan. Up top, Blanchard, back to Dagan for 1,000. It's in and out, that's her first miss all night. From 3-point range anyway. MMA was ready to party. They'll have to wait at least another possession. Alla for three. She hits. Cameron Alla, her second triple of the night. She's had a good day for UMPI. Give her now 8 in the game. Dagan looked at the rim. Now she'll drive. Dribbles it off her foot. So another missed chance. Bayo up ahead. Little hesitation. Thought about a three. Now lobs for Alla. Tough pass in there, but a foul first on Haley Blanchard. Cameron Alla up top. Matheson. Alla hesitates, out inside to Curtis. Her shot goes. Nice strong finish from Logan Curtis. Delivers 2 points for UMPI. Somebody's got to get the pass in the backcourt. It'll be Dagan. Dagan hands it off to Huntwork. Huntwork to Dagan. She is open. No, I was ready too premature on the call there. I had it all teed up, Dave. That's why you don't anticipate as a broadcaster, because it'll bite you like that. Dagan misses again for three. Her second miss on the night. She's 4 for 6 though. Not a bad clip for the sharpshooter. Dagan's first in the conference in 3-pointers a game at 2.4. That obviously will go up tonight with 4. At the line for 2 is Callie Pomerleau. Tickles a twine on the first. And the second. (60-26) MMA. Matheson puts it on the floor in the corner. Now dribbles out to Bayo up top. 3 minutes in the third. A post-entry feed. Trying to find Curtis. Stolen away by Huntwork. MMA pushing the pace. Huntwork up ahead. They get it back to the trailer. Loring off the foot of Osterblom. It'll stay with MMA. See what they draw up. If they try to get Dagan open for 3, we'll see. I'm sure that is in the back of her mind. Just wants to get this over with. Had the milestone earlier tonight. Coach Greg Dagan, her dad, was able to give her a moment with her teammates. We'll mention that here. Here she is, open for 3. Dagan, the newest 1,000-point scorer in MMA. As Dagan will get a second chance to celebrate with her teammates. So Evelyn Dagan, congratulations to her. Great career, and she's still going here in her senior season. There's the banner. You see that they were ready to bust out here in Presque Isle, as Dagan had to do it on the road. I'm sure she'd love to do it at home, but at the same time, all that matters is that her team's in front 63-26 tonight, and I'm sure that's what she will say, but also take a moment to congratulate her on the obviously very impressive feat. And she did it twice tonight, 2 milestones tonight. And it would have been cool if she got it in one basket. That would have been cool, but she was too good from the three-point range that she got it a lot earlier. So Osterblom up ahead for UMPI. We'll get going again. Matheson kicks out in the corner. Osterblom, a corner three, in and out. Tipped and rebounded there by Morgan Clifford. The state champion at Ellsworth. Clifford was a few years ago. A lot of players for Ellsworth is in the North Atlantic Conference. You got Abby Raydell at Husson. Then you got Grace Jaffrey, who is playing for Johnson and Wales. Was a Rookie of the Year last year. Huntwork with a corner three for MMA. Grace Jaffrey, a member of that Ellsworth team that won it in 2023. And then they had, who else did they have? They have Lizzie Bowles as a commit to Husson next year. She's a senior right now. There's a jumper from Nevaeh Bayo. Going the other way here, MMA, a three ball again, no good. That was Clifford on the three. Bayo up top. Now to Osterblom. She'll drive, a whistle first and a foul. Timeout taken here for Coach Knight with 1:19 here in the third. UMPI basketball. Matheson catch and shoot three out of the timeout. No good. Clifford and Bayo battle for the rebound, but Bayo wins it. Back to Aaliyah Matheson. She'll drive. Bayo pulls up from the elbow. Good shot, and she tickles the nylon. Bayo has dialed in that jump shot throughout the year for UMPI, and it's on display tonight. Inside, Loring. Bayo leads the Owls now with 11 points. That hasn't updated yet. Alla has 8, Matheson with 5. Here's a three from Clifford, shorts. Clifford tried to get her own miss, throws it off Bayo, loose, and picked up by Ivory. Now kicks out Pomerleau for three now, and it tipped, and finally rebounded by Bayo this time to end the madness. UMPI led in scoring. Oh, that's MMA right there, and led in scoring. Dagan with 20, Kasher with 13, Blanchard with 10. Matheson with 10 seconds here in the third. She'll drive, scoop layup over everything. Curtis there for the step back, and a foul finally with 3.2 seconds. Stairs to the line. This is on the first. I got the second. 66-31, 3.2 seconds. Clifford up ahead, they gotta hurry. Pomerleau at the horn, she got it! Callie Pomerleau with the buzzer-beating three. And MMA, the party just continues here as they now lead 69-31. Take a look here at the buzzer beater at the end of the quarter. We didn't catch it. I saved it too late. My apologies, folks. But 69-31, MMA leads going into the final frame. Ten minutes to go in this one, 69-31, MMA in front. They have shot the lights out tonight. Alla bounces it to Hamilton, a three from the top, no good. It'll just go harmlessly out of play. Ivory. Huntwork drives, now kicks out in the corner. Clifford high arcing three, no good. Rebound there by Katie Stairs, though she stepped on the end line. It's back over to MMA. Ivory up top, Huntwork, quick catch and shoot. And it's no good. Bayo there for the boards. Stairs. Now to Bayo. Osterblom. Alla for her third three, and Cameron Alla shooting the ball really well tonight. I think that's a season high, dare I say. She's up to 11 in the game. To lead UMPI. Huntwork now up top to Clifford. Now Ivory, gonna swing it. Pomerleau, baseline J is good from Huntwork. And that puts MMA over 70. Now 71-34 they'll lead. Hamilton, a drive and a foul there. First on Addison Ivory. Bayo to bounce it in. It's off the hands of somebody. It'll stay with UMPI. Bounce pass to Bayo. Up top, Osterblom on three, shorts. And a fight for the rebound to tie up there with Ivory and Stairs. Here's a three, no. And a rebound from Huntworth. Back up top, Ivory had a second chance, but she'll swing Clifford. Now it is Smith on the jump shot. Rebound from Sayers. Osterblom. Stairs. Work it around. A foul there on Pomerleau. Hamilton, right side. Over to Stairs. Up top, Osterblom, back to Stairs. Alla. She will drive, tough shot, and Cameron Alla continuing her great night with another strong take on the right side. Awesome to see the senior Alla continuing to fight hard despite what the scoreboard may say. Here with 7 minutes to go in the game, she has led UMPI all night with 13 points. Bounce pass underneath Smith, mishandled it. Trying to find Clifford, they will. Huntworth back to Clifford. A three from the corner, no. Rebound from Smith, though. She kicks back out with Huntworth. Another offensive rebound for the Mariners. Oh, Huntworth all alone underneath. Misses on the reverse. Three from Bayo, no. Rebounded by Huntworth. Huntworth will push. MMA kind of going a little quicker here. Oh, a block in underneath by Stairs. Good, clean rejection. And UMPI will get a stop there in transition. They'll roll right through the timeouts. Actually, now Coach Dagan will take a 30-second timeout here with 6:07 to go. Alla bounces it into Bayo here. 6:05 to go in the game. Back to Cameron Alla. Feeds Curtis underneath. She'll back down Smith. Misses, got her own miss, and kicks out to Alla. Alla in the paint. Now Osterblom, toe on the line, long two, no. And it will go out of play. Pomerleau. We're on the right block. Ivory. Now it's Ferguson. Her jumper is good. I'd like to see when I get a chance here, I'll put up the graphic next time out. What MMA has shot from the field tonight. I could look in the live stats right now. They are, well, 43.9%. Not as high as I would have thought it would have been. They got 12 threes as a team, though. UMPI with 5. Curtis, the mid-range J. Rebounded by Pomerleau. Now Ivory. Huntworth. Back to Ivory. Here's Ferguson, a three, in and out. Ivory, or Huntworth, rather, for the boards. Kicks out to Ivory. Now Ferguson. Ivory open. They'll just work it around here. Now she'll pull up a jumper. No good from the right elbow, and Stairs there for UMPI. 73-36 here, 4:24 to go. Bayo crossing over, spins, tough shot, no good. A rebound from Ivory. Pomerleau. Ivory, the three is good. MMA, their 13th three as a team, pardon me. 3:55 to play. Here's the leaders for the Mariners. At least 3 players in double figures. Ella worked at the rim. She's the leader for UMPI as she ran into some traffic, got it back, deflected out, stays with UMPI. Ella with 13, Bayo with 10, Matheson next closest with 5. Down at Husson, the Eagles lead 46-29. That can't be right. It can't be. It's got to be at least the third quarter by now. I'll check on that. Could be something wrong with our graphics. That is 46-29. Low scoring game. It's the fourth quarter, so my ticker says the second quarter. That is inaccurate. It must just mean the second half because it's a women's game. I've discovered a glitch in the system, folks. Anyhow, 46-29 it is down there. Smith at the line, misses on the first. Husson led in scoring by Sage Evans. The Rookie of the Year last year in the NAC with 13 points. Alla, the lob, out to Osterblom. Cameron Alla, a three, is good. Man, what a day Cameron Alla is having. 2:50 to play here, 77-39, a travel going back over to UMPI. Bayo, out to Alla. Bayo from the top, she got it, 77-42. That puts UMPI over 40 points in this one. As the Owls have shot it well tonight. Really, they have from the outside. They have made some shots. They just haven't been able to get MMA to miss any. Speaking of that, it rattles out there, an outside shot from Ferguson. Ivory swings it in the paint, back to Ferguson. Now it's Clifford for three. Speaking of that, another big shot for MMA, and it's 80-42 with 1:59 to play. Bounce pass inside Curtis, she's fouled. Curtis has been at the line, I think this might be the third or fourth time tonight she's been at the charity stripe. This is the second. Pomerleau had a lane, gets through. Bayo in there to contest, she fouled her. With 1:36 to play. Still 48-20, 48-29 now. It was 46-29 a couple minutes ago down at Husson. Looks like the Eagles are in perfect position to take down first place Beavers, and that would put MMA in first place. If the Eagles do beat Farmington, that would put MMA and Husson in a tie at 10-2, although MMA does own the tiebreaker currently over the Eagles. They played them back on December the 12th. 64-52 was the final in that one. Should be fun when they get together again. Clifford swung in the corner. Here's a three. It's good. Another one for Callie Pomerleau. That is the 15th three for MMA as a team. Mid-range J, good from Logan Curtis. Nice shot from her. MMA, another one. My goodness. Ferguson, just everything falling for the Mariners. I mean, they are this is the team that they are. Not to be super shocked about it. It's just fun to watch. 40 seconds to go. Curtis underneath. Kicks out to Alla. They'll play pass there. Back to Curtis. Backs down Smith. And then a block by Smith. It'll be an UMPI ball. 31.7 to play. Lob it up top to Alla. 30 seconds. Alla bounces it. Was looking for Curtis. She didn't cut. And now MMA will run out the clock here with the shot clock off. 87-44. The Mariners going to improve to 12-6 on the season and 11-1 in conference. And if the score holds up down in Bangor, it'll be them and Husson at the top at 11-1. So the UMPI men won earlier in dramatic fashion. The MMA women continuing their dynasty, and they're going to be a tough team to beat down the stretch of this season if they shoot the ball like they did tonight. But that will wrap things up for us here on the broadcast. Dave Gustin on our camera. For everybody involved, Dave Gustin on camera mentioned, I'm Ricky Goupel. We'll see you tomorrow when Farmington comes to town. Final from this one, 87-44 in favor of the Mariners, 62-60 in favor of the Owls in the men's game. Thank you for joining us on tonight's broadcast.